Hoskin's choice for this week, Ain't Misbehaving. That comes from 1929, and that was Fats Waller.
Merry Christmas.
Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yes, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs. All I ever have, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, songs of freedom.
There you go, that is The Vulture. That's by Labi Siffrey. This is Frida Payne and Band of Gold. This is Chris Isaak and Blue Hotel.
Great music on the Al Atkinson Show, every Wednesday from 6 till 8.
On a lonely highway,
day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still, but nobody wants to know him. They can see that he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Well on the way, tell what he wants to do. And he never shows his feelings, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. He never listens to them. He knows that they're the fool. They don't like him, the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round.
On the 3rd of December 1976, a giant 40-foot inflatable pig could be seen floating above London after breaking free from its moorings. The pig, nicknamed Algie, was being photographed for the forthcoming Pink Floyd Animals album cover. The Civil Aviation Authority issued a warning to all pilots that a flying pig was on the run, and the pig... And the pig eventually crashed into a barn in Godmersham, Kent, where the farmer complained of his cows being scared by them. Here's a track from the album.
If you didn't care, what happened to me? And I didn't care. But you, we would zigzag our way through the bottom of pain, occasionally glancing up through the rain, wondering which of the buggers to blame. And watching for pigs on the wing. You know that I care. What happens to you? And I know that you care. For me too. So I don't feel alone on the way to the stone. Now that I've found somewhere safe to bury my bone. And any fool knows a dog needs a home. A shelter from pigs on the wing.
Yeah, Pigs on the Wing Parts 1 and 2, Pink Floyd. Now, I've discovered that my friend Mick on the ambulance desk is a great ABBA fan. And I've been trying to persuade him that this next song is the greatest one. I did persuade him to request it. But what do you think?
Must have left my house at 8 because I always do. My train, I'm certain, left the station just when it was 2. paper going into town. And having gotten through the editorial, no doubt I must have frowned. I must have made my desk around 9:15, with letters to be read and heaps of papers waiting to be signed. I must have gone to lunch at 12:30 or so, the usual place, the usual bunch. And still on top of this, I'm pretty sure it must have rained the day before you came. I must have lit my 7th cigarette at 2:30. And at the time I never even noticed I was blue. I must have kept on dragging through the business of the day, without really knowing anything. I hid a part of me away. At 5 I must have left. There's no exception to the rule. A matter of routine. I've done it ever since I finished school. A train back home again. Undoubtedly I must have read the evening paper then. Oh yes, I'm sure my life was well within its usual frame the day before you came. Must have opened my front door at 8 o'clock or so, and stopped along the way to buy some Chinese food to go. I'm sure